Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more His Dark Materials. This is Season 2, Episode 5, and last time Will became the bearer of the subtle knife and learned from the previous bearer how to use it and how to close the gates behind him. Really cool moment there. And yeah, everybody's converging on these different worlds. We had Marisa Coulter going through with Lord Boreal through the window. We had the witches taking down the Magisterium fleet, and they're going through as well. And yeah, Lee Scoresby is not too far behind them, I'm guessing, as well. We'll see how this all plays out. If you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. He's wearing a seatbelt? That's actually kind of cute.
No demons. Seems barbaric, doesn't it? They have the appearance of freedom, but the government's far more corrupt than the magisterium. Twice as many shopping arcades, half as many places of worship.
Scathing indictment of our world right there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What's that?
It's a heist episode.
The window is really close to Latrim's house. That can't be a coincidence.
We know where the window is in both worlds.
Red Panda.
So that'll help us find where to cut through to Latrim's house.
It must have taken you years to build this collection.
This item brings me particular pleasure.
Jeez. She's quite horrible.
When she arrives, we can trade what I want for what she wants.
But he has to know
Oxford, Will.
where exactly to cut it.
Why are we whispering?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Come on, let's do another one.
He's getting the hang of it.
It's near the window in the park. He's getting good at this.
Yeah. He set the mood with some music. You scoundrel. She is.
You'd like it here too.
Doesn't look like it.
Lyra visited a woman called Malone. She runs a small department in a college.
What do you mean she runs a department?
It's so foreign.
Academia works a little differently here.
I need to know what strange ideas her mind is being filled with.
Fine.
Helicopter
But
mom.
you're far too conspicuous like that.
Time to go shopping. Jeans.
I didn't know what your preference would be.
A cape. A cape.
A telegram from the north informing me that 24 of our Magisterium soldiers at base camp have been killed in cold blood.
A lack of devotion among our
God, the
ranks.
spider.
For this treachery, 24 of our brothers have been taken as martyrs.
Way to spin it.
You escort him to the cells.
Wow. Ah! Uh-oh. She's going on her own?
Will I do?
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
You're a demon.
You surely are not the first woman you've witnessed capable of self-control.
Self-control. Seems like self-abuse. Oh no. I feel bad for the monkey.
Can I help you?
Yes, Mrs. Malone.
Doctor.
I'm an experimental theologian. I think you know my daughter, Lyra.
You're Lyra's mother.
I am. I wanted to apologize to you in person, in case she was a nuisance.
She wasn't a nuisance in the slightest. I loved meeting Lyra. Her grasp on quantum physics is astonishing. And the compass. You must be so proud.
I am.
Did she even know? I don't think she knew.
Tell me about your work. I have a million questions. What was your doctorate in? Have you published any papers I might recognize, or...?
This feels tense.
I'll get you some coffee. Hold on.
And she's gone. Not a damn thing. Ask the cave. Yeah. Seems like it's booting up without even... just the thought of her asking the question.
You must make a journey, which starts at Hornby. Deceive the Guardian.
Deceive the Guardian?
Find the entrance. We will not speak again in this world.
Whoa. Oh, damn. A whole new world.
What's if Latcham's in the cabinet room? We can't force him to give the alethiometer back.
I wasn't thinking about forcing him.
You were.
Oh, shut up, Pam.
You were.
I was going to say Latcham's probably got it hidden in a safe or something. What's that?
Tulio, no! You did this to Tulio! No! Yes, you did! You did that to Tulio! You did that! You see what you did?
I'm so sorry.
All he had to do was ask for protection.
He'll get you.
I never wanted to fight him.
I know, Will. You had to, though. If we could have got it without fighting, we would.
I don't think we're safe here anymore either. Even if it's just a couple of kids.
Now, the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals.
Back to her roots. She's back. Are we coming in?
Yes.
You're right.
How did you find Malone?
Impertinent. Intelligent. Free.
I found her arrogant, like many women in this world.
Do you find me arrogant?
Of course not.
Because I was a woman, I was denied a doctorate by the magisterium. I've written plenty of papers. They're only published if I agree to let a man take the credit. What do you remember about the scandal over my affair with Azrael?
He seduced you. Why are we talking about Azrael?
We're not talking about Azrael, we're talking about me.
He's in there. That's the alethiometer.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Why do you
Didn't see
assume
Marisa.
you're the first person to have traveled here?
There aren't
Looking
other
at what you've
windows.
done, you wouldn't deserve to be. You have spent your time trading trinkets. And were you hoping to add me to your little collection of treasures?
Oh damn.
If you actually got me, you wouldn't begin to know what to do with me.
She's here.
Oh, distraction.
Bring her down.
It's right there. Get a little closer. Just reach your hand out, grab it. Grab it. Oh, jeez. He gone. Honestly, grab it, cut, and run. Doesn't matter if you make noise. You can make it in time, right? Unless the monkey. The monkey! Damn monkey. Damn it.
Lyra!
Escape, time to escape, time to escape.
Lyra.
Time, get me the heck out of here, get me the heck out of here.
Don't come any closer. Stay back.
Oh, damn it.
This is yours.
That carving is of huge historical importance.
I heard you could read it. I know you don't believe me, but
I am only trying to protect you. You can already read the alethiometer. I can teach you to use that power in other ways.
Lyra! You are so like I was.
I am
Nothing like you.
nothing like you.
Oh. Oh. Grab it.
What would your mother say?
Maybe she's a little
What?
like her. Wow. She's shutting off her connection so that... Oh my god. She's not reacting to anymore. What the heck? Grab it, run. Oh. Oh, damn. That barely feels like a win.
Made you some coffee.
Thanks.
When I had him hurting you, I wanted to kill him.
So that was your mother?
I hope I'm like Mal Costa. Or Lee Scoresby.
You don't need to be like anyone else. They'd be lucky to be anything like you.
Aww. That's really sweet.
You offered her the alethiometer.
Well, you failed to tell me that they had a knife that could cut between worlds.
The Spectres ignore children.
Tell me more.
They attack and kill adults in seconds.
You're wrong, Carlo. Once you understand something, you can master it.
Oh. She's gonna go straight. I thought it meant deceive the mom. Mrs. Marisa Coulter.
I'll call Charles.
Mrs. Coulter?
Yep.
Yes.
We were told to expect you together.
He's on his way.
Of course, Mrs. Coulter.
In she goes. Never have I ever bullshitted something so easily. The security guard is gonna be in so much trouble. Oh, I hope she and Lyra meet here. That'd be so... Like, what are you doing here? How'd you get here? That wouldn't fit what the cave said, though, if she were attacked by specters. That can't be it, right? It is, isn't it? Damn it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Alright. So the episode ends with Mary Malone now in Cittàgazze, and that's so exciting. I want her to meet Will and Lyra as soon as possible. And she'll be safe there somehow. I'm not sure how she'll evade the specters exactly, but the cave told her to go, and the cave, it acts like the alethiometer, so it wouldn't lead her straight to her death. The cave also said that this is the last time we'll speak in her world, in Mary's world, meaning that they'll speak again in another. So at the very least, Mary Malone is safe until she convenes with the angel again. Really enjoyed her interaction with Marisa Coulter. She was wary to start, of course, given the interest in her work from like defense funding and the like. But she does kind of start to let her guard down once Marisa says she's Lyra's mother. Tries to, at least she sees her as an equal almost, and I mean not almost. She sees her as an equal and tries to interact with her and like ask her a million questions. And Mary Malone doesn't say anything at all offensive, but that interaction shakes Marisa to her core. She finds everything that Mary is saying to be offensive. When Marisa gets back to Boreal, she says Mary is impertinent, but also intelligent and free. And of course, Mary is not impertinent at all. She just doesn't live in a world where her intellectual curiosity is completely quashed like Marisa's was. Not to excuse Marisa and the person she's become, this abusive person, this person full of hate, but we now better understand the hatred she has for her own world and the limitations it places on her. And it also explains parts of the self-loathing, the way she abused her monkey, or that sounds wrong. The way she abused her demon in the first season, when your whole world tells you that you're not enough, that your thoughts aren't your own, and they belong to a man instead, because she couldn't publish anything without it being under the name of an actual man. There are still many barriers in our own world. Women in STEM have to deal with all types of racism and sexism that makes their careers that much harder, or makes it almost close to impossible. But even beyond that, I'm sure most of you know about Malala Yousafzai, who got shot in the head by the Taliban while demanding that girls be allowed to receive an education in Pakistan. I believe she was born in Pakistan. And she survived, but that was like 8 years ago, I think. So it's not like something that's way in the past. So we still have a ton of problems here. But the difference is Mary Malone had the luck and privilege to be able to get where she is. There are many in our world who don't have that chance. The difference for Marisa Coulter is that no amount of luck in her world would allow her to wield the same kind of power or respect that Mary can get in ours. So it's really hard for Marisa to say that Mary Malone is free. It was great acting, because she wants so badly to be free as well. And Boreal says that Mary Malone is arrogant, and Marisa knows that he also must think that she, like, even subconsciously or not, he must think that she's arrogant as well, because she sees so much of herself in Mary, this highly intelligent person who just has so much intellectual curiosity. Man. And also Boreal, when he says that Mary's arrogant, it doesn't mean arrogant, because based on what we've seen of Mary, there's nothing that could be pointed to as arrogant. It's just his point of view given the world he comes from, and it's clear that he means that she's like uppity or doesn't know her place like a woman should, which, I mean, sexism to the max. And Marisa, man, she's just, it's really compelling this time, her story. She still wants Lyra back because she wants to keep her safe, but I wonder, those traits that she finds enviable in Mary Malone, doesn't she want that for Lyra too? Because Lyra actually can be a little bit impertinent. She's also very intelligent, but wouldn't it be great if Lyra were free? I would hope that Marisa would want that for her daughter, so I wonder if that'll play into how she treats her going forward. Obviously, this episode, she tried to take her freedom away by capturing her and taking her back. But I do feel bad for Marisa on some level. Like, I still hate her for what she did to Lyra last season, and I know if I knew her in real life, I wouldn't want anything to do with her, but I don't know. I understand her so much more after this episode, and it's really interesting. Her monkey was rather cute this episode, actually, like buckled in that car. That was super adorable. And then the look on his face when Marisa was leaving without him, they really made us empathize with her demon. And I just feel like the monkey and Marisa are just like deeply tortured souls, because all of Marisa's life she's been better than all the men around her, smarter, more filled with conviction, and yet she's had to lick their boots for just the tiniest bit of control, and I wouldn't even call it freedom, just tiniest bit of ability to do something. But when Mary asked her about her published papers, like treating her like an equal, treating her like someone worthy of respect and dignity, that's like earth-shattering, world-shattering for her. And she's like rightfully furious with the conditions she's had to grow up under, and the conditions she's had to live under for so long. When there's a world right next to it that is so different. And yeah, she's a really interesting character, and Ruth Wilson plays her spectacularly. Really loved her in this episode. I thought Boreal's comment early in the episode about our world was really interesting, saying that the people have much more freedom, but the government is much more corrupt than the Magisterium, which we've seen the Magisterium be pretty freaking corrupt, but I would actually argue, I would actually agree with Boreal's scathing indictment of our world. or at least he was talking about the UK. I've made my own opinion known that the US, the United States, is one of the most corrupt nations in the world, given that military interests and just the people, lobbyists, could create this war on terror, which has led our troops to kill 250,000 innocent people in the Middle East. And yeah, there are so many examples I could go into that I just don't have the time for now. But he said Boreal was saying that people are blinded by consumerism, but he juxtaposes that with the faith that his world has, that it's a faith-based world, which is inherent. He says it as if it's inherently better, which honestly neither of them seem like very good options in this show. He just doesn't know of another way because that's all he's ever experienced, or rather he benefits from the control of the magisterium, so that's why he believes that his world is the way it should be. And the scene with Boreal and Marisa, where he's trying to almost like seduce her, I think, like it doesn't feel at all romantic in any sense. He's making a play to be with her, but it just feels like detached almost. He does seem to view her as like a piece to add to his collection, as Marisa says, and I think he values her for all the wrong reasons. And she points that out. She says she says he wouldn't even know what to do with her if he got her. Just like she thinks that he doesn't know what to do with this world that he stepped into, even though he's got access to it. Because she does have some arrogance. She thinks absolutely she could do so much more than he could if she was presented with the opportunities this world could offer, if she had found the window earlier. Actually, is it arrogance if she's right? Because I absolutely believe that she could make more of this world if she had found the window through. And yeah, loved seeing her shit on Boreal's collecting of trinkets and all of that. And Boreal like pushing back like, I built a company, I did so much stuff. He could have made such a huge difference in both worlds if he wanted to, but he's making a much less difference than he's imagining. But yeah, that heist scene was so intense. It was supposed to be a heist, but it wound up being like an all-out battle. But yeah, this show really gets one thing right and does it really, really well. It does a lot of things well, but one thing in particular, they make you care about the characters so much so that any tension or conflict really has the stakes raised. I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff where the action is good, the cinematography is great, but I'm just not super invested in the characters, so it's a little less compelling. But here, my heart was pounding out of my chest when Will and Lyra were in that room. I really just wish Will had opened a window right where the alethiometer was and just like grabbed it. But he got close, but I felt like he could have closed that one and opened another one. Instead, we had Marisa facing down Lyra and Boreal facing down Will. Will definitely had a chance to be a lot more violent with Boreal. He could have cut him a bunch of times, I felt. He had his hand free while Boreal was grabbing his injured hand. He could have sliced him, honestly. He could have sliced him open. But he didn't want to go any further than was necessary. It actually makes me wonder what happens if you use the subtle edge of the knife inside a person. Do you open a window inside of them? That would be super weird. I'm wondering if that's something that can happen in the future, though. Also, speaking about Boreal, it seems really stupid of him to send Will to get an item that can be used to take away his only bargaining chip in the alethiometer. I guess that's assuming that he knows what the subtle knife can do. Maybe he only knows that it can be used to protect him from specters, and not to create windows everywhere. But who knows? But yeah, Will slices that priceless artifact of Boreal's. So happy about that. I think it might have been the same one. I'm hoping it's the same one that Marisa was like play dropping before. Really love that moment from before too. The look on his face was great. Boreal's face. And then we had Lyra, on the other hand. She's way more afraid of her mother than she is of Boreal. We see her just really confrontational and serious when she's facing down Boreal, but the moment she sees her mother, there's so much fear in her eyes, and it's understandable. Her mother abused her and manipulated her in so many ways. And Marisa tries to reach out to her, tries to talk to her and get her to understand each other. But like, I don't know that there was anything Marisa could have done that would have convinced Lyra in that moment. And right when Lyra says she's nothing like her mother, she bares her fangs just like Marisa did in the first season and has Pan attack the golden monkey. It was really unsettling. I mean, the circumstances are completely different. This is her standing up against her abuser. This is her protecting herself because she doesn't know that Marisa actually wants to protect her. She's just faced abuse on Marisa's end from to her. And so, yeah, nothing that Lyra has seen shows that Marisa is remotely interested in protecting her. But the similarity in sicking her demon on Marisa's to Marisa doing the same to her and Pan last season is very striking. And I believe Pan turned into a Wolverine. Did Pan do that in the books too, or was it a reference to Daphne Keene's role in Logan? Because that would be pretty cool, right? But yeah, Pan turned into Wolverine and attacked Marisa's demon, which, now that I'm thinking about it, I just realized we were manipulated by the writers and the showrunners, right? Because we're made to like the monkey this episode with the seatbelt scene and Marisa leaving him and him being sad. We're made to feel for the monkey just so that we'll feel somewhat bad for him when Pan attacks him. So really well done to the show writers. I hate them, but I love them. But yeah, Marisa was able to understand, was able to withstand the pain on some level. Like, her demon is getting torn apart, but she was able to kind of block out the pain and kind of get up and move. And from Lyra's point of view, it must have been really intimidating. But Marisa, I think, has already resolved not to hurt Lyra anymore and just wanted to keep her safe. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that scene. But yeah, maybe the reason why she's able to shove away the pain that her demon is feeling could be related to her being able to separate from her demon long distances. And yeah. But yeah, Marisa did start off that exchange with offering up the alethiometer to Lyra. I'm guessing it was to gain her trust before kidnapping her. I think she would have... Obviously, I think she would be much happier trying to get Lyra to come with her willingly. But I do think she would have kidnapped her if she was given no other choice. Because I do think she wants to rebuild some level of trust with Lyra, but there's no chance of that happening outside of Lyra witnessing some level of self-sacrifice on Marisa's part for her sake. But yeah, very happy with the results of this episode, which is that Will and Lyra now hold two incredibly powerful artifacts. They are out of the reach of Boreal and Marisa Coulter for now, though Marisa does say that I think she knows some way or she wants to experiment and try some way to get past the specters, which is risky, but I wouldn't doubt her ability by any means. But yeah, I really hope Will and Lyra don't leave right away before Mary Malone finds them, or they find Mary Malone. But they aren't completely safe given that Angelica is now out for them. I mean, she's a child who's even smaller than both of them. I think she's smaller than both of them, but she's clearly very angry on behalf of Tullio, which I'm still frustrated that Tullio could have been safe if he had just asked the proper bearer for protection. I'm not 100% sure that the previous bearer would have granted it, but Will and Lyra definitely would have. So I feel bad for him, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, I don't want to drag on this commentary any longer. Thanks for watching. I can't believe we only have 2 episodes left. I don't know how they're going to wrap this up, but yeah, I'm really excited. Leave a like. Really, really helps with the channel. And if you want to see the full reaction, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Because I had to cut a lot, obviously, for copyright reasons, and a 15-minute episode into 10 minutes is hard to do. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.